Test 1 2, test 1 2. Can you guys hear me? What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? It's my meds. Brody thinks this is his snack. It's not your snack. It's, they're my pills. How are ya? We're starting a little later than usual. We're gonna start at around 9:15. Is that okay? I just got, well, not just now, but I got back from my walk with my dogs not that long ago. Rortinim, why are you lying? Why are you lying? We all know that you've been here for almost every stream, right? Hey, Kwajanim, you have a different profile picture. What is it? It is an image of you eating chips. How ironic. Pills, 알약, medicine, 약. So it depends. Yeah, nice to see you again too. It's actually not ironic. Oh, right, because... Did you change your name? Yeah, you're right. It's not that ironic. I guess I was thinking of someone else. There was someone else with a kind of a similar name. I think his name was something like 과자 안 먹음 or something like that. I was thinking of that other person. Why are you not using a subtitle program nowadays? I could. I'm just really, really lazy. Oh, that was you, right? Okay, so I wasn't far off with my comment. 과자 분쇄기님 crushes all kinds of snacks by eating them. Yeah, with his teeth, right? I changed my nick one time on the way. I see. Yeah. Alright. Oh, you just finished dinner? Nice timing, live stream? Alright, okay. I've been seriously suffering from 이석증 these days. There's no really a great solution. Recurrence rate is more than 30%, even up to 50. 이석증. Is that like kidney stone? Is that like a kidney stone? That's exactly what I meant. Sam, what a cool night. Yeah, it was cool. And you know what? For the first time in several months, I feel like it's been several months, but I'm streaming without the AC on. I have the window open here, and I have the window open in the next room, and hopefully I get some ventilation here. Hopefully it stays cool enough for me to not, cook to death. Hey, troubleshooter name, I haven't seen you in some time, man. What's up? Welcome back. How have you been? Was there any viewer who was better at English? Come on, you asked this. You asked me this before. You asked me this before. You should check your list of questions. You asked me this very question before. that second part of your question, maybe not that second part of your question, but that first part of your question, I specifically remember you asking me that. But I guess there's really no reason why I can't answer it again. Yes, of course. I'm pretty sure that, they don't, they just don't come out and say it, but I'm sure there are at least a few of them out there watching who actually speaks English a lot better than me. And sure, I constantly learn from my viewers. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, it's in the ears. 이석증? Okay, so not kidney stone. 이석 is a little stone in your ear, and they are in charge of balance sense. I see. Okay. I remember, Sam, you didn't like the title of your book, so you did. So did you change the title of this new book? Well, again, I have to be clear about this. It's not a new book. It's just another. It's like a special edition of the original book, and so fundamental, like the main part of the book is exactly the same. It just has an extra added section to the book. Okay, so there really wouldn't be any sense in changing the name because it's essentially the same book. Just, a special edition of the book. So no, to answer your question, I did not change the title of the book. That wouldn't really make sense to do that. Is it conditioned like ear stones? Okay, for balancing. I see. Okay, so I guess if you have that 이석증, I don't really know what it's called in English. You feel like dizzy. It's your first time attending your... hey, welcome to the stream. Good to see you live. How long does it usually last? Usually about 2 hours. Actually, lately it's been a little shorter, like sometimes an hour and a half. It really depends on what we do during the stream. Today we have a... Oh, that's right. I have to pull it up here. We have a dialogue that I want to go through with you guys. All right. And so I'm guessing like maybe an hour and a half. The dialogue itself isn't that hard, so... Sam, hygiene? 청결한 뜻인가요? I think hygiene is more like 위생. 첫인상으로 별로인 요소 말하는데 what? 제 몸에서 악취나는 사람 싫다니까 외국인이 그러니까 너는 hygiene 어쩌고 따지는구나 이렇게 말해서 Okay, yeah, it's like 위생. If you could gain the ability to speak every language except Korean and English in exchange for losing your Korean and English, would you choose that ability? No, because if I chose that ability, I would have to move. And that's like a real hassle, right? I'm living in Korea. If I suddenly lost the ability to speak in Korean, I have to either relearn Korean or move. That's so annoying. Why would anybody choose that? I don't think anybody would choose that option. 갈비탕 먹으면서 보고 있어요. That's cool. Okay. How is it? How is it tasting? Today I didn't pass my English interview today. Please tell me you'll be okay. Of course you'll be okay. Of course. Why wouldn't you be? Not passing an English interview, it's going to happen again, by the way. This is my way of giving you a very meaningful and realistic response to that is it's going to happen again. And you just have to not be fazed by that. Don't let that shit get you down. Keep your head up. Act as if everything is working in your favor. Just tell yourself, I actually didn't want that job anyway. I'll catch today's stream, but play it. Okay. All right, you got stuff to do, sure, of course. Oh, Rotini, I wanted to show how much I like chips and cookies as much as I almost grind them. Floppy? Floppy님 부럽다? What did Floppy님 say? Oh, 갈비탕? Okay. Have you ever got on a helicopter when you were serving in the military? No. No. I think that is kind of reserved for a very special unit. No. I would love to. I would love to go on a ride on a helicopter. I think it would be very exciting and very fun. Nagyonim, thank you very much for the membership support. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's not the end of the world. Don't let that shit get you down. Yep. Wow, thank you for answering me. That sounds really fun and kind of awesome. Good evening, Sam. How's your day? It was okay. I spent most of the morning sleeping because I was up all night working. I think I got up around 2 in the afternoon, and I got up at 2. What did I do? I really didn't do much. And then soon after, my wife wasn't home when I got up. I'm not sure where she was. Oh, she was out, I think, just running some errands maybe. And as soon as she came back, we had a late lunch. And then we took the dogs out and we came back. I think we got back around 7:30 or something like that. And now here I am. Do you think language and mathematics are related, or are they separate fields? Of course they're different. And of course there are overlapping elements. But, you know, like the fact that we all use math and language in an everyday life, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the point of your. I'm not really getting the point of your question. What do you mean related? Yeah, that's what it says right here. Red Hot Chili Peppers. You like them? Hi Sam. I feel like summer is almost over, but horror game night's still going on, right? I'm not playing the horror games because it's summer. I'm playing the horror games because I enjoy it. And you guys enjoy it too. I mean, very few of you, but yeah. I mean, if we're gonna play any games during the streams, why would it be anything else other than horror, right? Seems like your editing techniques and role-playing videos keep evolving. Oh, thank you. I'm getting used to it. Sam, do you like ice cream? Sure. Who doesn't like ice cream? If you do, what ice cream do you like? 31 Ben & Jerry's. I don't even know what Ben & Jerry's is. Baskin Robbins, sure. Yeah, Baskin Robbins. And you know, I don't mind getting some ice cream from the convenience store. Have you ever called a black person the N-word in the US? I don't think so. Why do you ask? That's probably a very bad idea. If you're not one yourself, it's probably a very bad idea to do that. You would have to be, I guess it really depends on like the situation and stuff, but that would probably be, in most cases, in most scenarios, that's probably a very, very bad idea. It is much cooler now, but I turned on the AC because of the humidity. Yeah, the humidity is still there, isn't it? Sam, I'm at the gym working out while listening to your... Wow, that's great, okay. You're dual tasking. Have you ever been called a chink in the US? No. I've been called ugly. I've been called fish face, but not chink. Not specifically that word. Good question, dude. I ordered Yangnyeom chicken. That's great. Good for you. Yesterday, I think I was coming back from my walk with my dogs, and a delivery guy came to our building. We didn't order anything. It was probably one of our neighbors, and he walked by with a box of fried chicken, or at least it smelled like fried chicken. And I think my wife saw the bag. It said BHC or something, and it's just something, you know. I thought, oh, I would love that. I'm so craving for bungo samanko right now. Oh, shoot. Go out and get some. Fish face. A long period holiday in the early of next month. Do you have any special... Oh, Chuseok. It's Chuseok, right? Wait, Chuseok? Chuseok? Special plan? No. because unfortunately, and don't feel bad for me about this because, you know, it is what it is, but I have a broken family, and so does my wife, so we don't really got any plans. I guess, so we're just gonna, you know, have some family time, I guess. Wow, really? You're a big fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers? There are very few out there. Very, very few. Can't go wrong with 붕어 싸만코? I'm not really a fan. 뜨끈뜨끈 시원밍밍. Okay, I don't really know what that means. How about you guys? You guys got any plans for the upcoming holiday? Hello, Sam, the third stream. Oh, this is your third time tuning into the stream? Okay, welcome back. It's nice to have you. Keep the count going. Keep that counter going. Yeah, nice to have you with us. You need to be here, I think. I think Floppy Name is inviting Icanium over. What holiday? Yeah, there's a holiday coming up. I think in the first or second week of October, right? It's usually... Oh shit! My birthday is this month! Alright! Although, not really planning on doing anything. I have survived another year, guys. It's a privilege to get old. There are a lot of people in the world who never get to grow old, you know what I mean? I'm so blessed to be given a chance to grow old like this. Every year, that's what you should tell yourself. Having Valentine is the best way to spend... Yeah, absolutely. My birthday is next Monday. Oh, okay, cool. All right, not very far from mine. I think JC's birthday is not far from mine, too. Going grandma's house and part-time job? Okay. Red Moon? I did see something early this morning. I went out. I stepped outside. I was working in my office. I stepped outside around 4 a.m. in the morning. And I actually took a picture that I shared with... just give me a second here. Here, let me show you... Oh, this is Amber, by the way, guys. That's Amber. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, this is the picture that I took, actually. I took this picture at 4 a.m. I just took the picture with my iPhone. And, yeah. That's what it looked like. It didn't look quite like this, but it was hard to keep my, you know, my hands were shaking. And when you have your phone camera zoomed at like 5 times zoom, right? It's really hard to keep it steady. And so I think there is some distortion. It wasn't like elongated. It wasn't elongated like that sideways. It was pretty round, but that was the best shot I can take. What's this? Icanium? This is what you're... No? What is that? Everyone's craving 갈비탕 now. What do you do for keeping your physical youth? Because you look almost same as you 6 years ago in the video. I think lighting is very important. You have to always practice your light, setting up your lights. And also, yeah, I think that pretty much does everything. Like, lighting is everything. It doesn't matter. You could have like a really cheap camera. As long as your lighting is good, then you should be good to go. I was working. Why else would anybody be up at 4 a.m.? Working or gaming, right? How did you know that I have a list of questions for you? How the hell did you see that coming? Well, pretty obvious. The way you asked the question like one after another, right? Without really responding to my answers. Like, you just listen to my answer and then you just move on to the next question as if you have a list of questions waiting. It's pretty obvious, man. Pretty obvious. Actually, Saturday, I was insanely ill. Oh, that's terrible. Coughing all night and mom's 갈비탕 fully recovered me. Ooh. There's this restaurant in my neighborhood. I think it's called 푸주. They sell like 설렁탕 and stuff, and I think they also have 갈비탕, and they have this writing on their wall that says an illness that you cannot cure with food is uncurable with medicine. Did I say that right? Did you understand what I said? And so I guess what they mean is, does that mean their food is food? Well, it has to be the right kind of food, right? Prepared in the right way for it to have the effects of, close to anything like a medicine. I am ill now, but my cure is here. Oh, that's so, that's awesome. I mean, it's probably not true, but I appreciate the kind words. You haven't tried... What? What? You have never had 갈비탕 before? How is that possible? Oh, my wife is here. She bought that stuff. Okay. Oh. All right. It's getting kind of warm in here. I wonder if I should turn on the AC. What do you guys think? Gone for a while. 우리가 먹는 음식이 모든 건강에 근본이다. 뭐 약간 그런. Yeah, nothing cures better than a nutritious meal do. Do you think talking dirty in English will also improve English skills? Talking dirty? Well, if you're into that stuff, sure. Yeah, do it. Yeah, stop. You should just... Yeah, something that anytime you feel like questioning a method, you should always use the perspective that I always suggest, right? The foreigner learning Korean. The foreigner learning Korean asking you the exact same thing. What would you tell the foreigner? Usually the answer is right there. 한국 갈비탕, 추어탕 이런 거 파는 집 가면 온갖 약재 효능 벽에 쓰여있어. So do you think it's just a gimmick? Is it a gimmick? 간판에 증명사진 있어야지. Nowadays, they probably just generate those pictures with AI, right? I've seen 막걸리의 효능. Recently, I found out that reading English books can really improve your English skills. Yeah, because you're using English, right? So anytime you're using English, it's helping you improve. Monjunim says, I wouldn't recommend that. You wouldn't make normal friends at all. Well, I mean, if the person is really into that stuff, Like, I remember this one, I think maybe there may have been one or two viewers that I remember commenting on my, I think commenting during some of my streams. And I remember they came up with these slightly inappropriate examples using what we learned during the stream. And when I say appropriate, it usually had some kind of like sexual reference, right? And so it wasn't like totally obnoxious or bad or just illegal. It wasn't anything like that. It was just, kind of, it could have been kind of inappropriate and kind of uncomfortable to see. for the average viewer. But then, I thought, yeah, just if that's what keeps you focused, then you should probably just keep doing that. So whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. I'm already sick of those AI yeah, and you see so many of those like clips that they use even on like on regular television, right? They use so much AI generated videos. Stop watching the stream and go to 갈비탕집 right now. 설렁탕이랑 비슷한가? No, it's kind of different. It's kind of hard to explain. Have you tried 소고기 묵국? Isn't it kind of similar to that? I feel like 갈비탕 is like when you consider the taste. The overall impression I get from 갈비탕 is very similar to like 소고기 묵국, I think. It's very similar to that. So if you have tried 소고기 묵국, I would say you probably won't be that surprised. It will be very familiar. Is this game night? Game night? It's a month. No, it's not a game night. Unless we decide to suddenly make it a game night. 갈비탕 used to be a typical dish of wedding ceremonies for a long time. I wonder why that is. Is that like rooted in our tradition in some way? Speaking of AI, I told ChatGPT to hug me. It said so sweet words, it might be possible falling in love with it. Yeah, and it is kind of sad to think that we've become so disconnected with reality, and that we've started to form relationships with AI chatbots. But I don't think there's a reason to necessarily fight it. Like what's the worst that could happen, right? Maybe that sort of connection is better than nothing. You know what I mean? I think that could be dangerous, especially when you are not capable of telling that is appropriate or not within the culture where the language is spoken. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. So I have this belief that when you're learning another language, like all that sensitive stuff should be kind of secondary. If you accidentally offend someone, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't, all that, like if you're just a beginner and you're learning, right? That stuff just gets in the way a lot. So always think of the foreigner learning Korean. Just because the foreigner says something that's kind of offensive in Korean culture, are you really gonna hold that against the person? Like, oh, you must not say it. No, I mean, are you really going to get mad because they said something that they didn't know would offend you? No, I would never get mad. I would maybe tell them about it, right? I would maybe tell them, oh, you probably, it's okay, you didn't know, but you probably shouldn't say that. That's what I would do. Have you ever mistaken a video created by AI for a real video? Sure. 소고기 묵국 is good. It is possible. 한 그릇 뚝딱. 갈비탕 could be a bit greasy depending on your preference or taste. Yeah. And the way that you're supposed to eat it, right? You're supposed to hold that big piece of bone in your hand and just kind of rip off the beef, right? And so some people might not be into that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of important to know as well. No, we're starting at 9:15. Of course, you cannot be aware of everything or understand the full context, but it shouldn't be the first approach unless that's the only option. Not really sure what that means. Of course, you cannot be aware of everything or understand the full context, but it shouldn't be the first approach. What shouldn't be the first approach? Sam, do you like to take Amber a walk or have a stream? Do I like to take Amber for a walk? Sure. Didn't you see her? Who wouldn't want to walk Amber? Hey, what happened to Oh, okay. Look at her. Who wouldn't want to walk Amber? When it comes to getting a kind of empathy, I think it's kind of all about timing. AI can give us the right timed, warm words, and it really works. Yeah, it works. I mean, we get so much information and so much help, throughout our lives, right? I'm sure that a lot of you guys are actually very dependent on AI chatbots nowadays. So why not get help from it for emotional and mental support? I mean, what's so bad about that, right? I used to think that it was really inappropriate and it was kind of disgusting, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm really coming around to the idea that it's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad, actually. Do you think virtual reality will become so advanced that it will be impossible to trap people in it? It will be possible to trap people in it and make them not know it's virtual? That's kind of what the conspiracy theorists believe will happen in 2027 in the US. Have you guys heard about this? The conspiracy theory community, well, obviously not all of them, but many of them believe that in 2027, the US will put in motion a fake alien attack. Have you guys heard about this? It's so funny. And I think, I don't know. I don't know if they have anything. I don't know if they have anything to back that theory up, but it's a real concern among conspiracy theorists. In 2027, the U.S. is going to. It's going to be a hoax, right? Have you guys seen Spider-Man? I think it's Homecoming. Have you guys seen that? I think it's Homecoming. The one with Mysterio. Have you guys seen that movie? The one, I don't know if it was Homecoming, but there was one Spider-Man movie installment with the character Mysterio. Yeah, Jake was the villain. Exactly, yes. And do you guys remember how he manipulated everybody into believing that they were being attacked by aliens? He used... What? What did he use to do that? Ah, okay. Well, maybe you should go watch it again. Anyway. No, not really. I feel like I'm going to spoil it for everybody. I think I already have, to an extent. Hi, your hair has been growing. Yes. Believe it or not. Yeah, it's been growing. You're right. It's getting kind of warm in here. I wonder if I should turn on the AC. You think I should turn on the AC? It's getting kind of warm. I have the fan next to me, but... Kaibi Tang is taking over his chat, meaning improving your English skill with dirty talk. What? That's what it's for, right? Yeah. I think it's because of these headphones and the lights and my computer. Because my computer actually emits a lot of heat while it's running. Give me a second, guys. Oh, something's not right. It's such a waste, 맞아요. What a waste. What a waste of food. 영어 공부 어디서부터 시작해야 될지 모르겠어요. 본인이 평소에 자주 하는 말부터 배우세요. 평소에 자주 쓰는 말들. 챗GPT나 다른 AI 챗봇한테 나 이런 말들 평소에 자주 쓰는데 이런 말 영어로 알려줘. 쭉 알려주잖아요. 그것부터 입에 달고 사세요. 그렇게 시작을 하는 거예요. 오케이? 시작은 거기서. That's, I think, I mean, why would you start anywhere else? 왜 다른 걸로 시작하겠어요? 뭐하러? 당연히 내가 자주 쓰는 말부터 배워야 되겠죠. 그쵸? Just like that. Okay, it's 9:15, guys. Let's begin. Okay, so you've been invited to spend some time at a friend's home, maybe, okay? Maybe your friend just moved and you're visiting the friend at their home, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. And you just arrived in front of their apartment. Okay? You just arrived in front of their apartment and you see that the window that is accessible from the hallway of the apartment on that floor is open. Okay? Before you actually go inside their apartment, you see that their window that is visible from the hallway is actually open. 집에 누구 있어? 집에 누구 있어? Is anyone home? 아니, 나랑 리키 뿐인데. Oh, Ricky is your friend's cat. Ricky is your friend's cat. Okay. Easy, right? Easy. No, just me and Ricky. 너 창문 열어놨다. You left your window open. You left your window open. 너 창문 열어놨다. 지금 이 상황에서요. 창문이 열려 있는 걸 보고 지금 둘이서 같이 밖에 있다가 온 거예요. 야, 우리 새로 나 이사 간 집 한번 와봐. 가자. 보여줄게. 가서 갔는데 열려 있었던 거예요. Hey, left your window open. You left your window open. 너 창문 열어놨네? 야, 너 창문 열어놨는데? 이렇게 얘기를 할 때 이 left를 이런 식으로 활용하는 게 정 익숙하지 않게 느껴진다 하시는 분들, 그런 분들은 영어를 이제 막 배우기 시작한 시점이라고 생각하시면 돼요. 오케이? 그러니까 아직 영어를 못하는 거죠. 이제 막 배우기 시작한 거예요. Alright. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried? 그렇죠? 이렇게 시작하면 되겠죠? Aren't you worried? Someone might break in. Aren't you worried someone might break in? Aren't you worried someone might break in? 그쵸? 의역을 하면은 야 도둑 들면 어쩌려고 이라는 말이라고 봐도 되죠. 그거를 어떤 식으로 정확히 표현했는지를 떠나서 just, Aren't you worried someone might break in? 자, 다시요. 밖에 같이 있었다가 그 친구네 집 앞에 도착했어요. 보니까 그 밖에 그 복도 쪽에서 보이는 창문, alright? The window that's visible from the hallway, you see that it is open. And so you ask, is anyone home? And your friend says, no, just me and Ricky, my cat. You left your window open. 창문 열어놨네? You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? Aren't you worried someone might break in? 피어슨님 뒤에 오는 게 달라요. 전자는 단어 오고 후자는 문장 오고. 응? 뭐지? 민모님, Do you worry, aren't you worried랑 어감 차이가 있냐고요? Do you worry는요. 평소에 대한 얘기예요. 그러니까 평소에 왜 반복적이고 지속되는 어떤 그런 거. 물론 이것도 그런 거라고 볼 수가 있는데 왜 우리가 질문할 때 야, 너 평소에 이런 걱정을 하고 사니? 약간 이런 느낌이죠. 그게 do you worry. 그게 do you worry. Aren't you worried는 조금 더 그냥 현재 진행 중인 어떤 상황에 대해서 그런 얘기를 할 때 조금 더 어울리는 게 aren't you worried. 오케이. 다른 예를 한번 들어볼까요? Let's say that you were you were once attacked by a clown. Okay, let's imagine that one day you were attacked by a clown. Okay, do you know what a clown is? Yeah. Let's say you were attacked by a clown, okay? Or rather, some person in a clown suit. And they caught the person, and the person went to jail. A few years later, you found out that the person came out. The person is free now. And it's been, let's say that it's been 5 or 6 years that the person has come out, okay? So if it's been 5 or 6 years, that's a pretty long span of time, right? It's a pretty long span of time. And so if I were asking you, 혹시 다시 찾아올까 봐 if I were asking that question, I would ask, do you worry? Because we're talking about a pretty long span of time, right? So in that context, in that situation, I would ask, do you worry that, the clown might come back? Do you still think about it? Do you still worry about it? Do you still have dreams? Okay. But if the person came out of jail last month, I might ask, are you worried? Are you still worried? Aren't you worried? Okay. Okay, anyway. 몽주님?
Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window.
Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in?
Okay. 몽주님도 그랬고요. 잠깐만요.
No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open.
You left your window open.
Okay, left your 할 때요. 이게 이 left에서 your로 넘어갈 때 음절 하나가 추가가 되면 안 돼요. 바로 이어 붙어야 돼요. 바로. 그래서 보통 제가 권하는 것은 쌍지읒 발음으로 처리하는 거예요. left your. You left your window open. You left your window open. You left your window open. You left your. You left your. Left your. You left your window open. 쭈얼도 아니에요. 찔. left 찔. left 찔. like this. left 찔. See it? 음절을 추가하지 말라니까요. 그냥 한 번에. You left your. Okay? You left your. You left your window open. You left your window open. Okay.
Aren't you worried someone might break in?
Okay. Aren't you worried someone might break in? 아마 여기서 어려운 연음은 여기일 거예요. worried에서 some으로 넘어가는 게 좀 어려울 거예요. 이 D 발음을 안 하는 거고요. 그냥 발음을 약간 씹듯이 하면서 worried someone. 그냥 worried someone. Worried someone.
You left your window open.
Okay.
Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in?
Okay, aren't you worried? 여기서도 마찬가지. Aren't you? Aren't you worried?
Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by window. Aren't you worried someone broken?
the랑 might가 안 들린 것 같아요. Could you try that again, please? Stay by the window. Someone might break in. Okay. Let's see. 몇 시간밖에 안 나가 있었잖아. 이거 말 되나? 이거 한국말 말 돼요? 몇 시간밖에 안 나가 있었잖아. 뭐가 이렇게 말이 긴 것 같지? 몇 시간밖에 안 비웠었잖아? 아닌가? 몇 시간밖에 안 비웠... 몇 시간밖에 나가 있지 않았어? 몇 시간밖에... 아무튼 무슨 얘기 하고 싶은 건지 알겠죠? 얼마 안 됐잖아. Yeah, that sounds good. I was only out for a few hours. I was only out for a few hours. I was only out for a few hours. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. 그리고 여기 꽤 안전한 동네야 라고 해볼게요. 여기 꽤 안전한 동네야. 그리고 여기 꽤 안전한 동네야. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. This is a fairly safe neighborhood. I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. 침입이 있었다라는 얘기는 못 들어본 것 같아. 여기서 무슨 침입 같은 게 있었다는 얘기는 못 들어본 것 같아. 뭐 이런 비슷한 얘기를 하고 싶어요. How would you say it? 도둑 들었다는 얘기 못 들어본 것 같아. Okay, yeah, that's great. That sounds much more natural. 그쵸? 이렇게 말을 시작하는 거 이게 가장 중요한 부분이죠. I don't think I've heard of. I don't think I've heard of. 어떻게 이어갈까요? I don't think I've heard of. Any break-ins. I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins.
Is anyone home? No, just me and Nikki. You left your window open. Yeah, Nikki likes to stay by window. Aren't you with
우리 there. the가 또 없어요.
someone by Britain?
the가 stay by the window. Stay by the window.
Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood.
Okay. All right. And that sound of your baby is really cute. Let me guess. 2 years old. That was the sound of a 2-year-old baby. Am I right? Yeah.
I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've ever heard of any break-ins.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So you see a window that's been left open, okay? Is anybody home? Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Thank you. Exactly. That's my 2-year-old baby. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It definitely sounded like a 2-year-old baby. Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. 그래도 모르는 거잖아.
I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in?
Okay. 좋아요. 그러니까 나도 모르게 누락되는 단어들 신경 써서 얘기를 하되 그게 이 문장 전체적으로 보면은 강조가 되면 또 안 되는 단어들이에요. Someone might break in가 아니라 someone might break in. 얘는 그냥 빨리 지나가되 얘기는 해야 되는. Okay. So aren't you worried someone might break in? Aren't you worried someone might break in? Break in의 강세가 들어가고요. By the window. By the window might break in. Okay.
I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins.
Okay, very good. 그쵸? 네, 그래도 모르는 거잖아. Still, you never know. Still, you never know. 불과 몇 주 전에 집을 완전히 털린 동료가 있어. So, or something like that. Like 동료 중 한 명이 최근에 집을 완전히 털렸거든. Or something like that. Okay. So how would you say that? How would you say that?
I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is very safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins.
Okay, slower. 너무 빠르다 보니까 okay, you're making mistakes. So slower. Okay, IK name very close. 아주 비슷했는데 지금 중요한 표현이 하나 안 쓰였어요. Who robbed his house라고 하면은 그 colleague가 턴 거죠. You know what I mean? Who was robbed his house는 안 돼요. 그 structure 그건 구조상에 약간 문제가 있어요. I have a colleague whose house was broken. Okay, 이거는 괜찮아요. Whose house was broken into 괜찮은데 it sounds really, really formal. 그쵸? 이게 훨씬 더 자연스럽죠. Who got his house robbed. A coworker who got his house robbed. I have this coworker who got I'm going to say her who got her apartment robbed. 이 robbed는 조금 있다가 조금 다른 걸로 바꿀 거예요. Let's say burglarized. Just a few weeks ago. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment burglarized just a few weeks ago. Who got her apartment burglarized just a few weeks ago. Yes, that's right. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment burglarized just a few weeks ago. 자, 여기서 burglarized를 어떤 걸로 좀 바꿔서 얘기를 할 거냐면은요. 우리말로 있나 모르겠네. Completely ransacked. Do you know what that means? 그냥 제 짐작으로는요. 이런 표현이 있지 않을까? 완전히 뒤집어 놓은 거? 완전히 뒤집어 놓은 거. 쓸어간 거. Yeah. 완전히 뒤집어 놓고 간 거예요. Yeah. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. 홀랑 뒤집어 놨어요. Yeah. Kind of like that. If that helps you remember it. I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. 진짜? 회사에 있는 동안에? 아니면 뭐 일하러 나가 있는 동안에? Or something like that. Or the exact words don't matter. Just how would you say it? How would you say that? Really? When she was at work? Yeah. Good job. Really? While she was at work? Really? While she was at work? Really? While she was at work? Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? 아니, 가족이랑 휴가 가 있는 동안에. 동안에 휴가. You know what I'm trying to say, right? 가족이랑 휴가 여행? 휴가 여행을 가 있었다? Or something like that. No. She was away. So simple. She was away on vacation with her family. She was away on vacation. 지금 그냥 아무 일도 없었던 것처럼 그냥 넘어가면 여러분도 그렇게 느낄 수가 있는데 자세히 보면은 이 표현 방식 자체가 좀 어색하게 느껴지는 분도 있을 거예요. She was away. 이게 지금 두 가지가 겹쳐져 있어요. She was away. 다른 데 가 있었다라는 얘기예요. 결국에는. away. 다른 데 가 있었다. 근데 무슨 명목이 아니라 무슨 이유로? 어떠한 이유로? 어떠한 그걸로 나가 있었냐? On vacation. Okay? She was away on vacation. 휴가 가 있었다. You know what I mean? 휴가 가 있었다. She was away on vacation. 그래. 무슨 목적? She was away on vacation with her family. She was away on vacation with her family. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. 뭐 훔쳐 간 거 있었대? 있었어? 뭐 없어졌어? 뭐 없어졌어? 없어졌어? 없어졌대? You know what I mean, right?
Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, just
Really?
a few weeks ago.
While she was at work?
Okay.
Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got an apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago.
Sounds good.
Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, completely ransacked
While
just a
she
few
was
weeks
at
ago.
work? No, she was away on vacation with her family.
Okay, all right. Was anything stolen? Was anything stolen? I don't know how to say this in Korean. 값어치 있어 보이는 웬만한 것은 다? Or something like that. I think I said it right. 맞게 얘기한 것 같아요. 값어치 있어 보이는 거는 웬만한 건 다. 제 녹음은 왜 항상 그렇게 크게 녹음되는 걸까요? 제가 크게 트는 거예요, 일부러. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Yeah. 그 음량을 절반만큼만 halfmoon님 드릴 수 있으면 참 좋겠다, 그죠? Because halfmoon님's recordings are always so low. 웬만한 건 다. 웬만한 건 다. 이 느낌을 어떻게 살릴 수 있을까? 그쵸. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much anything that looked valuable, let's say. Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Pretty much anything that looked valuable.
Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family.
Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Oh, really? Good. That's great. That means you're learning, right? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Is anybody home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. She got my heart completely ransacked. Aw, how romantic. Although, I'm not sure if I would say that. Like in a love letter, you say, you ransacked my heart. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a love letter. That sounds more like a hate letter. Like, it's more like you broke my heart. Oh, is that what you meant? Are you talking about a scenario where you were heartbroken? Hate letter. Yeah. You broke my bank account. Okay. Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus 게다가 무슨 이유에서인지 주방에 물을 틀어놓고 간 거야. 가서 결국은 밑에 집까지 흘렀어. 흘렀어? Yuanim says, I'll send a voice recording in 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought I saw you on Discord. And then I looked away for a second and looked back and you weren't there. And I thought I was seeing things. 물을 틀어놓고 갔어. 아까 창문 열어놨다 했죠. 그쵸? 아까 창문을 열어놨다가 left your window open 였죠? left your window open. 물을 틀어놓은 거는 뭐죠? left 어디 보자. left water open. Yeah, water open이라고는 잘 안 하고요. You could say left the faucet open. 그 수도를 열어놓다라고 할 수 있는데 물을 열어놓다라고는 안 하고요. 물이면 보통 running이라고 해요. Left the water, 그렇죠? Left the water running. Okay, so plus they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and eventually it eventually leaked downstairs. Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason and eventually leaked downstairs. 뭐? 그럼 그 피해까지 보상해야 되는 거야? 그 사람이 그 피해까지 보상해야 되는 거야? 해야 되는 거냐? 해야 되는 거야? Okay. She has to, then you have to, he's gonna have to, supposed to도 괜찮죠? 저도 이 대화를 처음 짤 때 supposed to를 여기서 썼어요. I don't know why. 근데 지금 한 2초 동안 생각해보니까 I know why. 왜 그런지 알 것 같아요. 왜냐면 이거는 그냥 일반적으로 우리한테 있는 그냥 그런 의무가 아니라 어떤 어떤 책임이나 약간 그런 것에 대한 맥락이기 때문에 be supposed가 여기서 잘 어울려요. 그래서 we're gonna say what? 이거 녹음하시는 분 그냥 what 하면 안 돼요. 감정을 넣어서 What? 그럼 then is she supposed to? 그쵸? Is she supposed to? A coworker we mentioned it was a she, right? So is she supposed to pay for that damage too? 뭐 as well라고 해도 상관없고요. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that damage too?
Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable.
Okay.
Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason and eventually leaked downstairs.
Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs.
All right. Sounds good. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that damage too? Then is she supposed to pay for that damage too? 사실 that damage라고까지 할 필요도 없겠네요. 그냥 that라고만 해도 되겠네요. 그렇죠? Then she's supposed to pay for that too? 네, care package님, care package님, as well라고 해도 돼요. 뭐 to라든 as well라든 지금 이 맥락에서는 they're pretty much the same. 자, 이게 아마 많은 분들에게는 뭐 보상을 어떻게 표현할 건지 집주인 뭐 이런 근데 저는 오히려 여러분이 더 신경 썼으면 좋겠는 게 이런 식의 표현 방식이에요. 한다는 것 같아. 한다라는 것 같아. 이런 거요. 이런 게 정말 제가 생각하는 말의 기술이에요. 왜 그러냐? 집주인 보상해주다 이런 말은 이런 내용이 포함되어 있는 그런 대화에서만 등장을 하잖아요. 그렇죠? 지금 뭐 집주인 보상에 대한 이런 주제가 아닐 때는 이런 말들이 나올 일이 없어요. 그런데 이렇다는 것 같아. 이런 표현 방식은 무슨 주제의 얘기든 다 쓸 수가 있어요. 그렇죠? 그래서 제가 생각했을 때는 이런 게 정말 중요한 기술이에요. 이렇게 한다는 것 같아. 그렇죠? 물론 이것도 어떤 하나의 표현으로 그게 정해져 있진 않아요. 정답은 없는데 네, JC님이 말씀하시는 것처럼 apparently라고 해도 돼요. 근데 이거 또 다른 방법이 있어요. 같아. 추측성이잖아요. 가장 대표적으로 뭐가 떠오르죠? 그런 것 같아. It seems 보다 더 단순하게 우리가 쓰는 말. 그쵸? 그냥 I think. 그냥 I think. 제일 단순한 추측성 표현이 I think. 그거랑 그런 다는 이 다가 왜 나왔어요? 왜 보상해 주는 것 같아가 아니라 왜 준다는 것 같아예요? 이게 뭐죠? 이 다가 왜 나왔죠? 다는? 이게 왜 나왔죠? 그쵸. 그렇게 들린 거죠. 그 사람은 그렇게 얘기했다라는 거죠. 그래서 이게 의외로 되게 간단하게 처리가 돼요. I think she said. I think she said. 그냥 이렇게 정말 간단하게 할 수가 있어요. Alright? 그래서 실제로 되게 많이 써요. 이 패턴을. I think she said this. I think she said that. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. 뭐 꼭 이걸 지금 뭐냐 이게 지금 뭐지? 수동태인가요? 꼭 수동태 안 써도 되는데 그냥 한번 해볼게요. Okay. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. 이렇게 얘기할 일이 굉장히 많아요. 그때 걔 집에 없다는 것 같다. 이 없다는 것 같아라는 게 없다라고 한 것 같다죠. 그쵸? 이런 얘기 할 때도요. 이런 얘기 할 때도. Did she say that or you think? 둘 다일 수도 있지. I think she said it. I'm not sure, but I think she did. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Is anyone home? No, it's just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said that would be covered by the landlord.
What? Then is she supposed to pay for that damage too?
Okay. That was great, DK. That was great. I appreciate that.
Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs.
All right.
Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason and eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then, is she supposed to pay for that too?
Yeah, she's supposed to pay for that too. For that? Is she, 강세, is she supposed to pay for that too? That too의 강세. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too?
What? Then is she supposed to pay for the two?
That
I think she
좀 더-
said that would be. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord.
Okay, all right, sounds okay. That 좀 더 강세 들어가면 좋을 것 같아요.
I think she said that would be covered by the landlord.
think의 K는 완전히 그냥 묵음 처리하세요. I think she said. I think she said. K 없어요 그냥. I think she said. I think 그냥 날카롭게 소리를 단절시키고 I think she said. I think she said. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Was the burglar caught? Was the burglar caught? Was the burglar caught? No. But they have security cameras. And I think 지금 경찰들이 확인하고 있는 것 같아. 같은데 싶어. Sorry, security. I meant to say security cameras, but they have security cameras, and I think 가 여기에 포함돼 있으니까. I think the police are, let's say reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help. No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help. Was the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help. 아까 제가 한국어에서 쓴 표현 중에 그게 얼마나 도움이 될까 싶어. 이게 무엇을 표현하는 거죠? 무엇을 표현하는 거예요? 이런 식의 표현이 어떤 마음을 표현하는 거죠? 얼마나 그게 도움이 될까 싶어. 어떤 마음을 표현하는 거죠? 의심. 그쵸? 지금 여러분이 얘기하는 이런 거 있죠. 회의적인, 이게 정확히 뭔지 모르겠지만 의구심, 의구심 등등 의심, 불신, 회의적. 오케이. 그게 바로 I doubt에서 느껴지는 that's the vibe. Okay? That's the vibe here. I doubt. I'm not confident. Right? 자신 없음. 이런 느낌을 표현하는 게 I doubt. Okay. No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help.
Was anything stolen?
30초야? 오케이, 좀 쉴 수 있겠다. Alright.
Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, it left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then, is she supposed to be paid for that too?
Yeah.
I think she said that would be covered by the landlord.
Landlord 발음하는 거 조금 연습하세요.
Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've ever heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work?
Where's the other half? It's incomplete.
Was that the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there will be much help.
예, 그쵸. 이거 많이 연습해야 돼요. 연음 잘 해서 처리하기 어려워. But I doubt there'll be much help. I doubt there'll be much help. 이거 발음 요령을 하나 알려드릴게요. L 발음 전혀 할 필요 없어요. they라고도 하지 말고요. 여기까지만. 네. the까지 해요. the 한 다음에 이걸 어떻게 처리하느냐? the, 대신 빠르게. 빨리 얘로 넘어가요. 마치 난 한 것처럼. 하지만 실제로 발음은 they, 오케이? 그래서 there'll be. 하면은 에어가 들려요. 오케이? Say there'll be. There'll be. There'll be. But I doubt there'll be much help. But I doubt there'll be much help. 그 에 발음에서 그 꺾이는 그 소리의 꺾임 있죠. 에어 하면서 그게 L 발음처럼 들려요. 실제로. 그래서 it's okay. But I doubt there'll be much help. But I doubt there'll be much help.
But I doubt there'll be much help. But I doubt there'll be much help.
Okay, sounds good.
But I doubt there'll be much help.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. 리을 한 방울 넣는 no. 그럴 필요도 없다니까요. I mean, you could if you really wanted to. 과자님, 이거 지금 음성 인식으로 하신 거예요? 아니면 did you just type this or did you actually use voice recognition? Oh, you just typed it? Try voice recognition. Try it. I doubt? No, 이거는 D처럼 들려야 돼요. I doubt. No, but they have security cameras and I think the police are reviewing them right now, but I doubt there'll be much help. IK님, did you use voice recognition? Yeah? All right. That's great. Yeah? Voice recognition? 근데 가끔씩 원어민들 보면은 will, would 빼고 바로 원형 쓰던데 그러면 will인지 would인지는 약간 맥락상 그게 아예 빼는 경우는요. 그건 약간 해적 그 사투리거든요. 해적들이 쓰는 사투리거든요. 아니면 약간 자메이카 이쪽. 아니면 흑인들 중에서도 약간 그 아예 조동사랑 비동사의 시제를 아예 무시하고 그냥 be 막 we're just hanging out 이렇게 얘기를 하는 거를 we be hanging out 이렇게 얘기를 하는 건데 그거는 그 보통 이제 그 해적들이나 아니면 약간 자메이카 쪽 가끔 그냥 도시에 사는 흑인들도 가끔 그런 말로 쓰기도 하고요. 그렇게 하는데 근데 만약에 그게 그냥 들리는 거를 토대로 하시는 얘기라면은 사실 이거를 거의 안 들리게 처리하는 경우도 있어요. 하긴 하는데 사실 there'll be much help라고 할 때도 거의 안 들리잖아요. 그렇죠? will가 잘 안 들리죠. there'll be much help. I doubt there'll be much help. 지금 하고는 있거든요. 근데 거의 안 들리죠. 뭐 그런 경우일 수도 있어요. 오케이? would도 마찬가지. would도 그냥 they would라고 거의 안 하고 그냥 they'd be. 그거를 would라고 다 발음 안 하고 they'd be. 축약해서 이런 식으로 하는 경우도 많이 있거든요. 그래서 단순히 안 들리는 걸 수도 있어요. 잘. 하긴 하는 건데. So there can be many scenarios, right? 네. 맞아요. 안 들리게 하는 게 맞아요. 그게 문제가 아니에요. That's not a problem. That's normal. 안 들리는 게 정상이에요. 왜냐면 축약을 하는 거니까. Let's see. But they have security cameras and I think the police are reviewing them right now, but I doubt there'll be much help. 유연님. 영님. Is that your cat?
No, but they have security cameras and I think the police are reviewing them right now, but I doubt there'll be much help.
All right, sounds great.
but I doubt they'll be much help.
이거를 강조를 하면 안 돼요. I doubt they'll be much. No. I doubt they'll be much help. I doubt they'll be much help. They'll be much help은 그냥 전혀 강조가 되면 안 돼요. I doubt they'll be much help. Okay. All right. 끝났나? 아니구나. 도난? How would you say this? What about 도난 stuff? 외국인이 듣고, I'm sorry, 도난? And you say, you don't know 도난? Come on. What about everything that was stolen? What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? Oh, she's your cat? Oh, cool, okay. Is she like an orange cat? I think she's kind of an orange cat. She looks orange in that picture. I love the angle of the picture. It's really funny. You can see up her nose. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? 그런 거 같은데. 참 복잡한가 봐.
No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Pretty much everything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason and eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. So, was the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt they'll be much help.
Okay, sounds good. All right. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. 할게요. Think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. Kokonim, welcome to the main channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. How are ya?
What about everything that was stolen? Did she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process.
Yeah, it sounded like a real pain of a process. A pain of a 이거를 형용사 단어 하나로 바꿔보세요. 그쵸? painful. 그렇게 해도 돼요. 전혀 상관없는데 이렇게도 많이 얘기를 하는데 제가 짐작하는 그 이유는 그냥 이렇게 조금 더 풀어서 얘기를 했을 때 좀 더 강조되는 효과가 있는 것 같아요. Now that's just my opinion. Who knows, right? But that's how I feel about this. Okay.
What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounds like a real pain of a process.
Yeah, sounded like a real pain of a process. Um, 일단 how do you say claim in Korean? claim을 접수해야 되고 그러면 수사가 진행되는데 며칠. You know what? I'm just going to show you the English. First, a claim has to be filed. Then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed. Then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. Everybody understand this? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. Did I say it was going to be easy today? Did I say that? If not weeks요. Okay. Take days if not weeks. 이게 뭐냐면 take days if not weeks. 이게 뭐냐면 몇 주가 걸릴 수도 있는데 몇 주까진 아니더라도 그래도 최소한 며칠은 이런 느낌이에요. 심지어 몇 주까지 걸릴 수도 있는데 몇 주까진 아니더라도 며칠은 걸린다. 그런 느낌으로 쓰는 표현 방식이에요. It's gonna take days, if not weeks. Okay? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed. Then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. 그쵸. 약간, 맞아요. 이런 느낌도 있어요. 근데 그게 며칠은 걸려. 운 나쁘면 몇 주 걸릴 수도 있어. 네, 맞아요. 제가, 네, 맞아요. 지금 보인 해석 중에 이게 제일 가까운 것 같아요. 네, 맞아요. 실제로 그래서 많이 들리죠. 이 표현을 쓰는 게 if not. 그러니까 이 if not을요. 많은 분들이 어떻게 생각하냐면 그거는 아니지만 이거다 이렇게 해석하시는 분들이 계시는데 그 느낌이 전혀 없진 않은데 그것보다는 오히려 이거에 가까워요. 이렇지만 심지어는 이렇게까지 오히려 그 느낌에 더 가까워요. 오케이? 그게 근데 며칠은 걸려 심지어 몇 주 걸리는 경우도 있어. 이런 느낌에 더 가까워요. Okay? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed. Then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. if not 대신 unless요. take days unless it takes weeks. 어색해요. 네, 의미상으로는 맞는 것 같은데 보통 그런 맥락에서 그런 의미로 unless를 쓰진 않아요. Okay, we're almost done. 그리고 그걸 다 거치고 나서도 승인이 된다는 보장은 없어. 이거 있죠. IK님 진짜 비슷해요. 아마 여러분이 이거를 제가 이렇게 얘기를 안 하면은 그냥 대충 별로 중요하지 않다고 생각하고 넘어갈 것 같은데 이런 게 진짜 중요한 표현이에요. 이런 게 진짜 중요한 표현이에요. 무슨 주제에 대한 얘기를 하더라도 우리가 쓰게 되는 그런 말. And even after all that. And even after all that. 그냥 and even after all that. And even after all that. And even after all that. There's no guarantee. Guarantee that it'll get approved. There's no guarantee that it'll get approved. There's no guarantee that it'll get approved. approval 쓰면 이상하냐고요? approval는요. 어떤 절차상의 승인을 얘기를 하는 게 아니라 it's more like a blessing. Like from a person to person. 그래, 좋아. 그래라. 그렇게 해. 그래라. 약간 이런 느낌이고요. When you're talking about some sort of systematic process where someone has to approve something and in that case we say approved. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but that's my impression right now. You should probably look that up. 그걸 아마 찾아보시면 더 좋을 것 같아요. That's my first impression. I'm not 100% sure. Very important attitude to have. 정말 중요한 마인드셋이에요. You can't understand everything, but maybe you can take away at least one something, right? Yeah, right. Make sure는 못 쓰냐고요? 혹시 보장이 없다라는 얘기에서요? 어디에서요? 어디에서 make sure를 못 쓴다는 거죠? 어디에서요?
What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something?
Yeah, does she have
I
insurance?
think so, but it sounds like a real pain of process.
네, 지금 it sounded라고 안 하고 it sounds라고 하셨는데 뭐 그렇게도 상관은 없어요. 제가 여기서는 과거형으로 얘기를 한 것은 그 사람이 그 절차에 대해서 나한테 얘기를 해줄 당시에 내가 받은 인상을 얘기를 하는 거고 내가 그때 들은 얘기로 지금에 와서 느낀 점을 얘기한다라는 느낌으로 sounds라고 해도 별 상관은 없어요.
First, a claim has to be filed. Then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks.
I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks.
I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, the claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks.
guarantee 대신에 make sure요. 일단 요 자리 있죠. There's no, 무엇이 없다라는 얘기예요. 그래서 이 guarantee가 없다라는 얘기를 하는데 갑자기 여기에 명사가 아닌 동사를 넣는, 왜냐면 make sure는 동사잖아요. 그래서 일단 구조상의 문제가 있어요. 의미상을 떠나서 일단 구조상 여기 들어갈 수가 없어요. make sure는 동사고 guarantee는 지금 물론 guarantee를 어떻게 쓰느냐에 따라서 동사로 쓸 수 있지만 지금 여기는 명사 자리예요. Okay? So the answer is no. Okay.
And even after all that, there's no guarantee that I'll get approved.
All right.
And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it will get approved.
First, a claim has to
없어졌다. Okay. All right. Is anyone home? No, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Of course. Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Was the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it'll get approved.
First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it will get approved.
Think so, but it sounds like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take, if not weeks. And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it will get approved.
Yeah. Don't know why, but today's dialogue, every time you repeat it, either from the start or the middle, it naturally connects to the real-time talk as you're speaking to us. Does it? What do you mean by that? Not exactly sure. Chips got my heart completely red. Chips? 갈비탕? Okay, so you arrive at your friend's home. You were just out together having a good time for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and you arrived at your friend's home, and you see that his window that is fairly visible and even maybe accessible from the hallway is open. It was left open, and so you're wondering maybe there's someone inside, and you ask, "Hey, is anybody home?" "No, just me and Ricky, my cat." "You left your window open." "Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window." "Aren't you worried someone might break in?" "I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins." Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Was the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now, but I doubt they'll be much help. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it'll get approved. We have several Indian colleagues at work. They don't speak English, laugh out loud. Okay. That's weird because I was under the impression that most people from India, I feel weird saying Indians, although I guess that's kind of right. Most people from India did speak English. I thought I was really under that impression. Was I wrong? Okay, 중요한 것들을 좀 표시해가면서 해볼까요? Is anyone home? Ricky left your window open. You left your window open. Leave를 쓰는 이런 방식이요. Leave something 어떤 상태로 is very, very important. Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried랑 might의 조합으로 이루어진 의문형이죠. Aren't you worried something might happen? Aren't you worried you might drop it? Aren't you worried you might break it? Aren't you worried he might get hurt? Aren't you worried something might happen? I was only out for a few weeks. Is it fairly safe? I don't think I've heard of. 이것도 중요하죠. I don't think I've heard of that name. I don't think I've heard of that band. I don't think I've heard of that movie. I don't think I've heard of that book. I don't think I've heard of that incident. 등등등. Still, you never know. 이건 너무나도 그냥 이건 그냥 무조건 그냥 알고 있어야 돼. Still, you never know. 그래도 뭐 모르는 거잖아. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who 하면서 나한테 이러한 어떠한 동료가 있다라고 이렇게 소개를 할 때 I have a coworker 말고 this라고 함으로써 나한테 이런 coworker가 있는데 그래서 그 coworker에 대한 얘기를 앞으로 조금 하겠다라는 신호를 이렇게 this로 보내는 거예요. Okay? I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked. Who got her apartment completely ransacked. 이 get를 활용한 이 표현 방식도 중요하죠. Very, very important. Just a few weeks ago. While she was at work, she was away on vacation with someone. 이 문장 구성이요. It's pretty basic, 기초적이긴 하지만 그래도 I think it's an important structure to review. 좀 복습하면 좋은 그런 문장 구성인 것 같아요. I was away on vacation. I was away on business. 만약에 출장으로 떠나 있었으면 I was away on vacation. I was away on business. I was away on business. 또는 I was away on a business trip. 그냥 I was away on business. 휴가로 떠나 있었으면 I was away on vacation. Yeah. Okay. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. 아마 여러분이 별로 익숙해하지 않은 그런 문장 구성인 것 같아요. Was anything stolen이라고 했을 때 어떤 완성된 문장이 아니죠, 이거는. 그쵸? 지금 이거는 그냥 하나의 명사절이에요, 어떻게 보면은. 그쵸? valuable 해 보이는 것은 웬만한 건 다. 그냥 딱 이렇게만 얘기하는 거라서 지금 this is not actually a complete sentence in terms of the structure. 그렇죠? So 이거에 대해서 이런 질문에 대해서 이렇게 대답을 하는 거. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. They left the water running 이라고 했던 이 문장 구성 방식 아까도 얘기했던 거랑 비슷한 거죠. 그렇죠? 앞에 얘기했던 left the window open. For some reason 이라는 표현의 활용 너무 기초적인 거지만 중요하기도 하고요. Is she supposed to? 해야 되는 거냐? 걔한테 그런 책임과 의무가 있는 거냐? 오케이? 책임이라는 요소가 좀 강해요. 이 supposed to라는 이게 그래서 정확히 우리말로 해석이 어떻게 되는지는 좀 2차적인 거고 1차적으로 제가 가장 강조하고 싶은 것은 이 be supposed to라는 표현에 대해서 책임이라는 요소의 의미 그런 의미의 요소가 강해요. be supposed to. Okay? 그러니까 단순하게 여러분이 친구랑 언제 만나기로 약속만 해도 벌써 책임이 생기는 거잖아요. 그렇죠? So if you agree to meet your friend in Myeongdong at 2 o'clock on Saturday, then you're supposed to meet your friend in Myeongdong on Saturday. That's how it works, okay? So is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said. 별거 없어 보이지만 일반적으로 너무나도 많이 쓰는 조합이죠. I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Was the burglar caught? No, they have security cameras. I think the police are reviewing them right now. I doubt there'll be much help. 얼마나 도움이 될까 싶어. 별로 도움이 될 것 같진 않아. 뭐 이렇게도 얼마든지 해석은 해도 되고요. 중요한 거는 그래서 아까 제가 여기서 느껴지는 게 뭐냐라고 물었더니 여러분이 이제 의심, 뭔가 자신 없는 거, 그게 효과가 있을지, 그게 좋을지, 그게 과연 가장 좋은 건지, 내지는 그게 효과가 있을지. These are doubts. Okay? 이런 의심이 드는 걸 these are doubts. Okay? So I doubt there'll be much help. 이 발음하는 거 요령 잘 기억해 두시고 이걸 어떤 식으로든 뭐 they'll 이렇게 할 필요 없어요. 그냥 이것만 되면 돼요. 이걸 부드럽게 해서 they'll. I doubt there'll be much help. 하면은 L가 자동 완성이 돼요. I doubt there'll be much help. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. Claim has to be filed and an investigation will be carried. 여기서는 이제 전체적으로 오늘 수동태가 좀 많이 나왔던 것 같아요. 그렇죠? Which can take days if not weeks. Even after all that. Even after all that. There's no guarantee that it'll get approved. There's no guarantee that. Okay, that's it. Is anyone home? Nope, just me and Ricky. You left your window open. Yeah, Ricky likes to stay by the window. Aren't you worried someone might break in? I was only out for a few hours. Besides, this is a fairly safe neighborhood. I don't think I've heard of any break-ins. Still, you never know. I have this coworker who got her apartment completely ransacked just a few weeks ago. Really? While she was at work? No, she was away on vacation with her family. Was anything stolen? Pretty much anything that looked valuable. Plus, they left the water running in the kitchen for some reason, and it eventually leaked downstairs. What? Then is she supposed to pay for that too? I think she said that would be covered by the landlord. Was the burglar caught? No, but they have security cameras, and I think the police are reviewing them right now. But I doubt there'll be much help. What about everything that was stolen? Does she have insurance or something? I think so, but it sounded like a real pain of a process. First, a claim has to be filed, then an investigation will be carried out, which can take days if not weeks. And even after all that, there's no guarantee that it'll get approved. Okay. All right. Rolton, you don't have to be so obviously happy. I mean, I'm happy too, but 야야야야야 끝이다. All right. Okay, thanks for tuning in today. Thank you everybody on Discord for sending over your voice messages. It really keeps me in touch with your progress. It really gives me a more realistic idea of how well you guys are following. Obviously, it doesn't represent everyone here, but at least it helps, right? So, okay, thanks for tuning in tonight. Have a great rest of your evening, and I hope I can see you all very soon in a future live stream or in a future lesson and video. Have a great rest of your evening. Peace. Thanks, YG. As always, thank you.
I think so, but it sounded like a real painful process. First, crime has to be carried out, which can take days, if not weeks. And even after that, there's no guarantee that it'll get proved.
It'll get approved.
And even after that, there's no guarantee that it'll get proved.
It'll get approved.
I think she said that will be covered by Landlord. Was the burglar caught?
Was the burglar caught? Burglar is like a really difficult word to pronounce, I think, because it has 2 R's and an L, right? Burglar. And I think there was this meme that was going around saying that, is it Irish people or Scottish people can't say purple burglar alarm? Purple burglar alarm? Purple burglar alarm. I heard that, like, I think it was Scottish people can't say that. I mean, not that you ever have to say purple burglar alarm. It's just, it's one of those tongue twisters that certain people with certain accents can't say. Purple burglar alarm. Yeah, purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Why would anybody say that? Why would anybody say purple burglar alarm, right? Okay. All right, good night, everybody. See you again soon.